I'm on LinkedIn and I'm doing a lot of business there. That's a lie. I don't do anything on LinkedIn. I hate LinkedIn. Honestly, I don't see the point. I get it. Like everyone in business world is there. Maybe I'm not mentally strong enough to handle the business side of LinkedIn. But I get that's where everybody lives in the business world. And I've gone in the wrong path when I did this. And this is where I hope I can help you guys fix what you're doing. I really just dove into LinkedIn and I thought, let's do it all. Let's friend everybody in my local area. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to be a social media influencer and let's just make all of these contacts, no matter who they are and where they are. I can tell you that there's a few things you got to watch out for when you do something like that. Yes, people will follow you. But I think if you get the wrong audience, the algorithms start to realize that you're just a spammer. Even though you're not even making posts, it really hides your content from other people. Here's a few tips that I would recommend that I would look at doing to essentially clean this up. And this is what I'm doing this week. Go through and audit your audience. I have about 15 people that I'm connected with. And honestly, most of them are trying to market to me to do some sort of business for or with them. And what I'm going to start doing is removing anybody that has the title marketing in their name. Now, there's a company I like to work with, so I'll leave them alone. And I want to connect with them. But if there's any type of promotions, marketing, coordinators, anything that doesn't relate to the business that I'm doing, I need to be careful not to connect myself with all of those people. What do you think you're going to do when you're a marketer? I want to market to people. I want to get clients. So where are you going to go? I'm going to work with insurance agents. So let's find all the agents and friend them. And I accepted them all, right? And I get all these automations. So clean that part up. Another way to notice that there are people you shouldn't be working with or connected to is an autoresponder. We tried it. We actually paid a service. It was like $300 a month, and they promised that we would get X amount of appointments, but it was all built off of autorespons, and they taught us how to be autoresponders to the autoresponder. And it's just, it was honestly, I think, more of a scam than it was a benefit. And I say scam lightly because, yes, they were providing a service and they had a plan, and if we followed it to the T, which we could, then we could have gotten the results that they were talking about. And maybe someone does. But it's not really building a relationship. It's trying to connect you in front of somebody. I think that if you do an autoresponder, there's nothing wrong with them. But be careful when the people instantly autorespond. One way for me to instantly unfriend you is you send me a friend request. I accept. And within 5 seconds, I have a message from you that was fully typed out. You need to do this, or I love to do this, and we should collaborate on this. You're a bot. You're gone. Get those out of your LinkedIn profile, because if you do get connected to those types of profiles, guess what? It's going to send you more of them. So be very diligent on who you're working with on LinkedIn. It's fine to friend companies that you want to do business with. It's fine to send messages to a point to companies that you are trying to connect and work with. Just be careful, because if you do it at too large of an audience and too large of a scale, just like a spam phone number, after 70 plus dials in an hour, it will tag your phone as spam, most likely. Same thing with LinkedIn. If you start messaging 10, 20 places a day and it's just constantly going at them and nobody's responding correctly, you're going to get all of these check marks of spam, because the people will mark you that way. This goes for any type of social media. If you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of those things, you need to protect that golden goose, which is your brand. If it's just you alone, you're the brand. Be very careful of what you post, put, or even connect with on any type of social media platform. Now, you don't have to be super tight and say, I won't connect with anybody, because the whole point of social media is to be social. I started posting all these weird photos. Like, I'm a quirky guy, so I like to post those. And so I post some randomly weird stuff. But if you're on LinkedIn, just keep in mind it's business. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't post personal things, but it usually means that you should do it more around celebration of things that have to do with the company. If you sold a house and you're a realtor, do the happy dance. Do it on LinkedIn. Great. There you go. You can post it anywhere. But if you fed your dog a piece of cheese and you thought it was funny the way he burped, I don't think that's necessarily going to translate to the type of businesses that you're trying to connect with. If they're one-off people that like your weird, quirky things, then by all means post it everywhere. But if you're more so trying to connect on a higher level you got to be a little bit careful of the business and the posts that you make to generate and connect with that business. Not necessarily will it show it to them, is if they do show it to them, do you want them to see it? Hopefully this was helpful. This is my strategy going forward. The next step is to clear off these 1,500 people that I'm connected with and try to trim it down to just the ones that are local for me, because I'm local, and the ones that I'm going to connect with. After that, the strategy is coming soon where you need to subscribe, because I am going to build some content that will connect me in the right time and space. I'm Mark W. Flockhart. I'll see you in the next one.